On the floor. At point guard.
And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Castle, guarded by Tatum. And that one is good.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle, can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
Porzingis kicks to White. On the wing, Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. Buries the long-range jumper. Tatum's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Paul, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
Spurs ball.
Celtics on D. It's a 3-point game. Here's Castle. The rebound by the Celtics.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
White finds Tatum. Back to White. Knocked away. It's Brown on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Tatum. And he banks in the lane. 7 points in the game.
Well, Jayson Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
You know, Doris, from the moment Jayson Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jayson Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Tries again. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, this guy is used to scoring in tight situations with bodies around him. How about Jayson Tatum maintaining his concentration?
Pass to Vassell. To the middle. Tatum with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich, and we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thank you, David. Porzingis finds White. Back to Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Tatum. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jayson Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Castle. Holiday with the defensive effort. Celtics leading by 7. Here's Brown. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
The drive by Paul. Good work there as it goes.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. Out to White. From downtown, hits the three-point bomb.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten. And
the Spurs with possession. Following the three-pointer by Derek White. They set the pick. Venceu against Brown. Pass to Castle. On the clock. Nice move. And he hits the jump shot. Castle's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Castle has some of the best body control you'll see in this rookie class.
Over in the corner, White. The 17-footer. Brown, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all five guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Vassell outside. Ring shot on the way. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Now here's Tatum. 13 points in the game. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him, and the shot is good.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Back to Paul. Here's Vassell, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
Here's White. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. Spurs trail by 12. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. And a change for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Tatum. Here's Castle. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
Holiday attacking, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And it's Sohan missing.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And then Brown with the dunk.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
The drive by Paul makes it off the glass.
Love the aggressive attitude. I mean, no invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
Porzingis kicks to Brown. Outside, Horford. Over in the corner, Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Holiday with the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. And it's Paul penetrating. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics leading by 12. Driving to the basket. Holiday up top. Pass to White. Beyond the arc. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Vassell, no good.
2 minutes remaining.
Boston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Vassell, the pass to Paul. Here's Castle. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Holiday dishes to White. Porzingis kicks to White. Porzingis sets the pick for White. Pass to Holiday. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Sohan. Spurs trail by 12. Paul left side. Here's Biyombo, guarded by Holiday. And it's White with the rebound.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Paul outside. Here's Sohan. Hasn't made one yet. A three-pointer is right on target.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
White goes in. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Castle.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Tatum, and there's the drive. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%. Wesley with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Tatum. And so it's Boston. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's... Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then it's Barnes, and it's Bassey in at the 5. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
They've also done a great job finding openings and exploiting them. Take those lanes when they're given and turn them into points.
San Antonio making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. Tatum passes to Hauser. Just 5 on the clock. 11 feet away. And too long on the shot. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Down by 12. Pass to Bassey. Back to Johnson. From deep. Nailed from three-point land. Johnson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Here's Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Still without a basket. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Harrison Barnes picks one up. It's safe to say Jayson Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jayson's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Here's Barnes. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Johnson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Here's Hauser. San Antonio with the rebound. Zohan, the pass to Barnes. Here's Shanpenny. Pass to Johnson. There's the screen, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Boston leading by 10. Now, Craig, scoreless thus far. Craig with a screen on Barnes. Pritchard got a piece of it. Here's Zohan. Craig defending, and there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And timeout is called by Craig Popovich. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. The Spurs making a switch here. Random's checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Porzingis is coming in for Al Horford. And it's Holiday in for Torrey Craig. Here's Branham. Now, here's Johnson. And the shot goes in. Johnson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You're going old school on him, Johnson, with the mid-range, a rarity in today's NBA.
Here's Holiday. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 10.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Branham. No scoring in this one. And a miss there on the triple. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Yeah,
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Here's Tatum. He's got 22. Tatum gets it to go inside.
When you allow Jayson Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
Now, here's Vassell. Guarded closely. That's his fourth miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots. Tatum down low. Covered by Vassell. Back to Tatum. Here's the teardrop. That shot off the mark. Nice defense by Vassell. Here's Sohan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Paul comes in for Keldon Johnson. Pass to Pritchard. Celtics passing it around. Here's Hauser. Five on the clock. Back to Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15 and 56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Brown is checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. Tatum taking it in. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his side.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Pass to Tatum. Takes it inside. Porzingis looking it over. Fires from deep. Tatum no good. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. It's a 10-point game. Now here's Paul. Pass to Castle. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
Now, that jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle, so it's good to see him shooting with confidence.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
Paul outside, over Holiday, and it's Paul missing.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
To the inside. Brown, good. And that's now 10 points for Jaylen Brown.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Pass to Sohan. Here's Castle. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's White, and he drives in, and White slams it in.
Soaring in for the dunk, Derek White. My goodness.
Paul passes to Sohan. Back to Paul. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The Spurs shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Holiday gets the bucket.
a really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Paul passes to Biombo. 1:51 left in the second quarter. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics leading by 9. Holiday dishes to White. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Vassell. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Tatum. Through contact. Tatum.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Paul against Holiday. Paul with the bucket.
Well, it's about Chris Paul getting to his spot and making the defense pay. This guy is lethal with his mid-range game.
Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. And the layup's good off the glass. And that's 31 points for Jayson Tatum.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Pass to Sohan. Vassell outside. That 3 off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Right the pass to Porzingis. Latre cans it from downtown. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
And the basket by Castle.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Boston leading by 12. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. And here is Tatum. He has 31. No good with the layup.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And so that's the end of the first half. Celtics out in front, up by 12. It's time now to go courtside as we thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And you know, guys, Jayson Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the floor for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. The shot's good. Tatum's got 33 points.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
Vassell. Rebound, Boston. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Barnes against Tatum. Outside, Porzingis. This one for 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 10 points.
Well, this is where Porzingis thrives. He is shot ready on the catch.
Paul surveying the floor. Down low. And it's Biombo with the jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
Here's Castle. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots. Here's Brown. 10 points for him. Right side Holiday. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for him.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Here's Castle. 18 points for him. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Spurs fans, get loud for you.
Here's Castle. Just 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Vassell. Rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously your 2 best players, Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Celtics leading by 15. Holiday looking over the floor. And they double up Brown. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. And it's Paul missing.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Brown. Tatum's got 6 in the quarter.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
Ball against Howard. Yes, that goes in. Paul's got 11.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get aggressive. I mean, they need to keep feeding him the basketball.
They kick out to Brown. Outside Tatum. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Barnes. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
From past the arc. Goes back up. And it's good on the way up. Barnes has got his second basket.
Well, tremendous drive by Harrison Barnes. You know, so often he's played to shoot that, but he can put it on the deck and fly by you.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And it's Brown missing. Spurs trail by 11. Paul passes to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run. You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Holiday against Paul. To Biombo, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can see what he wanted wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Vassell, and Keldon Johnson subbed in for Castle. Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. The Spurs have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Biyombo finds Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Ball outside. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Jayson Tatum. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pritchard gets the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 15.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Ball outside. Pass to Biyombo. Sohan with the ball. He takes it in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Sohan's got 10 points in the game.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Tatum with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And here's Brown outside. A rebound by the Spurs.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Biyombo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Don't you love the activity of Bismack Biyombo? Stay alert, stay engaged, and draw the foul.
Spurs making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Horford's checked in. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Celtics leading by 13. You know, DB, I imagine any lineup could benefit from a veteran guy like Al Horford.
Boy, you just look at how younger guys on the team lean on Al. He guides them through any number of experiences. He's been a pro's pro from the moment he entered the league, and he's still having an impact with his defensive ability and range shooting. Well, Jayson Tatum forces that defender with the up fake to get off his feet, and he does a tremendous job drawing contact.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make a ball, it still had a positive effect.
Charles Massey, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
He's been getting to the line. Now his 6th trip in the game.
Not sure where it's gone, but he's lost his confidence at the foul line.
From the moment Jayson Tatum stepped into this league, he has been a guy who has wanted the burden offensively, and he has delivered. What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Back to Brown. Here's Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Assisted. Tatum's got 45 points.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Ball outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Goes up to the stripe, and that one drops for him. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
Second.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And the Celtics making a change here. Hauser's checked in. Here's Johnson. San Antonio again missing. Boston leading by 10. Hauser the pass to Horford. The 3 from Tatum. Rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. Pass to Champagnie. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Here's Sohan. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Sohan's got 12 points in the game. Drives to the hoop. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Here's the three. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 7th assist in the game.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Pass to Bassey. Now here's Johnson. The rebound by Jayson Tatum. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by Boston. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, Johnson. There's the pick. Sinks the triple. He's got 10. Outside Tatum. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Celtics lead by 8. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. And it's Duke in at the point guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Johnson. Here's Bassey. Pass to Champagnie. They get it back. And another shot. And that one's good. Bassey.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort. Love the energy.
Tatum against Johnson. Got a piece of it. Horford the pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. 6 to shoot. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. From outside, off the mark. Celtics leading by 6. Here's Tatum. Great D that time from Johnson. The Spurs have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Champagnie bangs home the trifecta.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
The Celtics shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Back to Tatum. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Tatum's got 47 points.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. And they've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Pass to Johnson.
Celtics foul. Sam Hauser. First personal foul.
The Spurs making a switch here. Wesley's checked in. Drew Holiday's checked in for the Celtics. And San Antonio has possession. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Champagnie passes to Bassey. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the wing, and that one's good. Champagnie.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Spurs trail by 3. Sohan, the pass to Bassey. Second shot opportunity. Chalk up 2 there.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
And doing that kind of dirty work down low makes a huge difference in a game this close. What a play on the offensive glass.
Wesley with the ball. Pass to Johnson. Here's Champagny. Back to Johnson. Lets it go from 11, and that one comes up a bit short.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Horford the pass to Pritchard. And the foul on Jeremy Sohan. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Al Horford. Here's Cornett. And Holiday kicks to Cornett. Puts up a deep 3. Hauser misses. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Castle. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Celtics have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Holiday, the pass to Cornett. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Pritchard. Tatum a screen. 4 on the shot clock. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. 49 points for Jayson Tatum. Vassell outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game.
CP3 knows every string to pull on the offensive end. What a pretty pass.
Here's Holiday. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Vassell outside. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Celtics with the lead. Inside. Rebounded by Castle. Castle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To tie it up. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Another bucket. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Vassell outside. Pass to Sohan. The second chance effort, and the layup is good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Barnes is checked in for Sohan. And the Celtics making a change here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. We'll see if they can pull it off. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jayson Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
And, you know, he may finally be rounding into form after what's been a tough game for him at the line prior to this trip. And he hasn't had his usual rhythm thus far from the line. I think he's getting back into it with those 2.
Has to be Ambo. Here's Castle. Light covering. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 23 points. Here's Brown. Now Tatum, covered by Barnes. Connects again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Spurs trail by 3. Barnes outside. Here's Castle. Lets it go from 14. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Even in his rookie season, it's easy to see Castle's leadership.
Here's Brown. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And the Celtics lead by 3.
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
Pass to Barnes. And Barnes gets double-teamed. And it's Jayson Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Castle. White covering.
This is what makes Derek White so dangerous. Yes, he can score it. Yes, he can pass it. But he is a tenacious defender.
Paul passes to Barnes. Porzingis with the steal. On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Paul. Pass to White. Brown kicks to White. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Paul. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Now Porzingis. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Pocket 6. And Brown now atop the key.
A great defense. Vassell is so versatile, and he's a player who can guard all 5 positions.
2 minutes.
To tie it up. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The kick out to Tatum. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Nobody near Barnes. And it's all evened up.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Brown. The kick out to Holiday. The 3 from Tatum. He can't get it to go.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
The Celtics shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Biombo with the block. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Castle to take the lead. It falls!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment. Man, you can get chills watching Jayson Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. There's 47 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They set the pick. To the paint. Biombo in the post. He's against Porzingis. And you could feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building. Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Fearless shot there by Holiday. With the whole team counting on him, he is able to come through.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. 29 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Castle. White covering.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Tatum finds Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Over in the corner, Brown. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Venceu. Here's White. Pass to Tatum. To win it. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continue